Well, I can tell you here, it is very much about the value of the people. Sleeptrain was purchased for the highest multiple, the most value per store of anybody ever in our industry. And it's because of the value of the people in this room. In 2000, got a call. We're going to promote you. You're going to start the learning development department for the company. And I'm excited. Get to go start this department right here in the Bay Area in San Leandro at the training center across the bay. Commuting down an hour and a half, 2 hours for a year and a half. Got the department all built up real good. And about 4 years in, my boss said, hey, I'm going to bring in a consultant to look at our learning development programs. I'm like, yeah, bring him in. All of our stats were better. We were staffed better. Our performance was awesome. So a consultant comes in and basically say, hey, there's a lot of room for improvement here. All we did was memorize stuff. And that was a tough pill for me to swallow. I had worked hard. My whole team had worked hard. But they were telling us that our programs weren't very good. So I had to acknowledge that those programs weren't very good. We started having to actually do adult learning principles. We started practicing all the time. Went from memorization to actual role plays and show me steps. So I thank my boss for bringing that person in. And I thank him for helping me to realize when I was failing and how I could do a better job. Then the company grew and I got to experience lots of different things with Sleeptrain. I got to do a lot more than just learning development department. We had such a great team, I got to play in a lot of different areas. And so when the companies came together with Mattress Firm, I was super excited to share all the success and everything we had built throughout the years. I went 7 weeks in a row, the day after the purchase, to Houston. Flew there every single week, met with different people, was sharing all kinds of great stuff. And then Craig McAndrews, my supervisor at the time, he came out with me and we toured the West Coast for 3 days. And I was showing him all these great things, doing all these best practices. And at the end of it, I start sharing with him. I go, hey, I feel like you're not listening enough or I'm not getting stuff done fast enough. We need to act faster. There's all these improvements we can make across the country. Why am I not getting this done? And I go, you got any feedback for me on maybe how I could sell it better or what I need to do? And he goes, yeah. He's all, we've been together for 3 days, and you've asked me 0 questions about Mattress Firm. 0. I was just looking through my Sleeptrain lens. I've bled Sleeptrain, right? Everything that we were doing was perfect. I didn't ask anything. How was it done at Mattress Firm? Once I started asking questions, I learned that a lot of things were already in play and were very similar. Right? Once I started asking questions, I found there were some best practices we could bring back to the West. And when I started asking questions, we were able to also have a lot of things go from the West to the rest of the country. So those are 3 of what I say are like my biggest failures throughout my career, or biggest eye-opening experiences, but they were noble failures. They were noble failures because I was willing to listen and admit that, hey, it could be better, and that I'm not right here. But more importantly, it was because of the leader I had at the time, who was compassionate, took the time to explain it to me, knew that I had the best interest of the company at heart, and they helped me to figure out a way to be more successful.